It's just like a plain black journal, but because I have my colored lights on, like it looks cool. I'm so excited about my colored lights. I have blue right here and green right here. Doesn't it look cool? I don't know anything about lighting, but it's very exciting to me. What else can I talk about? I made some chocolate muffins last night. And the instructions said to put them in for 8 minutes and then decrease the heat and put them in for 12 minutes. And I did that, and they were still raw in the middle. So I put them in for another 4 minutes, and then they came out really dry. I don't know, maybe I should have just done like a minute or 2 minutes or something like that. I really don't know. I don't know anything about baking. I know a lot about cooking, but not baking. Well, I don't know a lot about cooking. I just have a lot more intuition when it comes to cooking. Like, I can kind of figure things out without a recipe, but baking, I have no idea. Like, how much eggs do I put? Because like with cooking, it doesn't matter, right? But with baking, it's like you do one thing wrong and it like comes out horrible. Right? I've made things to where I followed the recipe to a T and it comes out wrong and I don't know why. And there are people who like know everything about baking and they're like, oh, it's because you know, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I just need to learn, but I don't like bake. I don't like bake. I mean, I like baking, but like, I don't. But I do. I don't like it because, like I said, like it just takes a lot of like. I'm saying like a lot. I'm sorry for the abrupt cut, but I don't know what happened. I was recording, and then I was recording for like 17.5 minutes, and then my phone just stopped recording, and I was like, okay, well, I ran out of space. And then, but it didn't tell me I ran out of space. It just stopped the recording. And when I looked at my camera roll, it had only saved like 12 minutes. So I lost about 5 minutes. What the heck? So now I'm retracing the steps. So I was talking about baking. YouTube on my phone. Most of the time I watch it on my laptop, so I kind of just feel like I'm watching TV. But I also feel like, I don't know, if I'm gonna watch a YouTube video, it's usually a little bit more like substantial, you know? Let me change books. This is the only investment guide you'll ever need by Andrew Tobias. It is completely outdated, and no, I have not read this. Maybe I'll do some investing in the future, but right now I don't have money. So this is my second